Hello and welcome to PlayStation Grenade. It's time for our last weekly meetup in Fortnite Battle Royale Season 9. Our final chance to check out all the map changes and hints to future content. If you'd like to win a battle pass, watch the video and guess what will happen next season. Upvote your favourites and I'll give them a battle pass. If you're already up to date with this series, jump to this time code here, but for everyone else, we're going to start from week 1. All those weeks ago. Check the description if you'd like to skip to any week in particular. Anyway, you ready? Let's do this! Week 1! After leaving the bunker with Hobo Tifu, new areas of the map were ready for our attention. Tilted Towers and Retail Row were destroyed in the previous season's volcano attack. Now replaced by neon-filled futuristic builds, the Mega Mall and Neo Tilted. Oh look, blimps. Remember the rune spots back in 2018? Well, at each of these regions, a drone-like air platform appeared, energized by the power of Kevin the Cube. Oh, and the power coming into Neo Tilted, there's a power line running all the way from Loot Lake and the vault we unlocked last season. I wonder what will happen when the power runs out. Maybe we'll find out in Season 11. Oh, and the new ways to get around in Season 9, the airstreams, kinda like bladeless fans. The volcano which caused this cataclysm is now a crater, a shadow of its former self. Now a power plant, once again used to energize the island's new technology. There seems to be a theme running through the season, as there's another power source, the wind turbines, which sprang up on the high areas of the map. So we have wind, geothermal, and alien or supernatural powers somewhere here too. Climate change is real, ladies and gentlemen. Up in Junk Junction, the wreckage of the volcano and everything it destroyed was slowly gathering here, such as the OG clock tower. Oh, the memories, rip the dream. Small changes included a wooden fish in the swamplands area at the north of the map. Truckosaurus looks to be a lot happier too, and the houses southwest of Mega Mall had an upgrade. Oh, and here's where we find that giant fish, which somehow ended up here. It still works, by the way. Yes, indeed. And the greatest addition to the new season is John Wick's house. I won't fanboy too much, but ooh, Keanu Reeves. Anyway, John Wick's house is here, and so too is the Continental, the hotel in which he stays when on assassination missions. And keeping in with the film, the basement in his house has hidden loot. Bloody genius. Another tiny change, which could grow into something, is the hut above the farm. It was destroyed by Kevin all those seasons back, but now has begun the repair process. Let's see what happens next. And one last update, the giant chair, which became a toboggan, is now an intergalactic ship, potentially foreshadowing space next season. We shall see. Week 2 has arrived. Let's look at all the map changes. There's none at all. Nothing happened in week 2. See you next week. Things are now beginning to heat up in week 3. After Polar Peak was hit by the volcano late last season, we knew something must be going on here. Well, this week, the ice began to melt. The impact has sunk in and could be a door. Something behind there is going to be shown. We shall not know more until next week, but it's bloody exciting, isn't it, all the same? Over in the west, a new house is being built, a new construction. Using the foundations of the original house in this location, an architect has decided to do his own thing. And damn, that's ugly as hell. But you do it, fella, you be you. Things get even freakier inside as a shrine to Pizza Pete can be found. That is weird. What on earth is happening here? Let's check back in future weeks. But now comes the update we really needed. The Stone family love story continues. Last season, Rock the Dwayne Johnson and his fiancée Sharon Stone ran into each other's arms. And when I say ran, I mean slowly meandered over 9 weeks. But they made it all the same. Now in season 9, their love has been, consummated, and they have a son, Little Stone Stan. The family have a plot of land to enjoy just above Lonely Lodge. I love this family. Week 4, what's new this time around? Straight back to that Stone family and their new plot of land. Little Stone Stan has vanished! No! Okay, he's only going for a walk, don't panic. He's venturing out into the new world, but please Epic Games, don't murder him. He means more to me than my own family at this point. Anyway, if we look around this area, it's likely that Stone Stan will find a pet, because slightly north is a dog on a tree. Don't worry, he doesn't have a stone todger. Yeah, I checked. I know I shouldn't have. The Stone family may be the greatest story ever told, but the biggest news of the week is this big bugger down at Polar Peak. A freaking eyeball is in the mountainside. Basically, the melting area is giving him a way to get out of that block of ice. And get this, his eye follows you. It's completely aware of its surroundings. It has to break free at some point. I'll call it now. It will trample straight up the island, all the way to Loot Lake. By the way, I legit did this for about 3 hours. I officially have no life. Also this week, the Viking village takeover of Snobby Shores is finally complete. They fought well, but this area is effectively Viking village from now on. Holy sh! Week 5 has given us a massive update to that monster in Polar Peak because he's escaped, or it's escaped, or she's escaped. I'm sorry, I'm not sexist. And by the looks of those footsteps, it's Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski!
The monster has not gone to Loot Lake as I expected, it's gone for a swim, beelining straight over the snow, leaving footprints behind and into the ocean. Now who's gonna stand looking for it in the sea for hours? Other noticeable updates this week see the stone boy and the dog get a little closer together, but come on, hurry up, the suspense is killing me, for dog's sake. Oh, and Hut Watch. It's got a second layer now. From destruction to restoration and now improvement. What is going to happen next? Random guesses are needed. I say it's a clock tower. Oh, out of nowhere, someone indeed did spot the monster in the ocean. It looks like he's carrying Polar Peak's castle on his back. Kinda like Shadow of the Colossus. Let's see where he goes next. Out of nowhere, the modern house in Pleasant Park has been destroyed. Holy balls, Batman. Who would do such a thing? It must be that Polar Peak monster. Going back over to Snobby Shores, we can now see that the house on the right has literally been stepped on and smashed to smithereens. So this is the monster's path so far. Out of the ice mountain, over to the sea, back over to Snobby Shores, through Pleasant Park. So he has to be going to Loot Lake, right? We'll see next week. Week 6, and yes indeed, the monster has gone all the way to Loot Lake and destroyed an entire building there with its big ass footprint as evidence. Is the monster invisible, or are these updates supposed to be while we are asleep? I always get confused by that. What's interesting here is that the electrical cabling running from Loot Lake all the way to Neo Tilted has been damaged, so maybe Tilted will have a power cut in future weeks. Other areas of the map show the summer update with beaches filled with snow cone trucks, barbecues, campfires, sunbeds, all that gubbings. But the best thing of all, oversized beach balls! Woohoo! Everyone gets happier with a little bit of sunshine. I don't know about you, but I'm a son of a beach. I said beach, YouTube. Don't demonetize me. Let's go back to the hut to see what's going on. Oh wow, it has 3 stories. I want my clock tower. Come on, clock tower, I have faith in you. Let's check up on this next week. And the last update in week 6, let's go back over to Rock the Dwayne Johnson and his family. They continue to plant seeds on their plot of land. One day this shall grow into a mighty beanstalk. But where the heck is the kid? Has he found that dog yet? Oh, check this out. He does crazy parkour acrobatics now. This boy is becoming a man. And the dog we saw last time urinating on a tree, he's now humping a tree. Come on, Epic, what are you doing? Hang on, what's the dog gonna do when he meets the boy later in the story? I thought this was a child-friendly video game. Oh, and just as I was uploading, this thing appeared near Snobby Shores. It's confirmed to be a Fortnite challenge. Week 7 has arrived with a few tasty updates to the map. First things first, there's ducks now. Yeah, it's legit. Once again, a summer update for the 2 weeks of summer. 2 weeks. I'd have called it the Fortnite.
You suck!
I will stop these terrible puns once you start using code ADAMARU, alright? The biggest update this week is linked to the main storyline. Check out the old volcano. The power plant has transformed into this. Looking at the design, I reckon this is humanity's way of fighting the Polar Peak monster. Have you seen Pacific Rim? A hulking great mech takes on a freaky Godzilla-like beast. Time for us to witness that in a live event in Fortnite. I can't wait. Over to the family made of stone. It looks like the parents are enjoying a little time away from their little brat of a son. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is straight up giving Sharon Stone the eyes, the come to bed eyes. Okay, maybe not, he's just relaxing after planting his crops. His son, Kid Rock, is busting this pose. Camp it up, my friend, live your dreams. He's actually spotted something though, another plant by the looks of it. Maybe he's going to pick it up for his parents and take it back home. I said a few weeks ago that I want a magic beanstalk here. Could it happen? What do you think? Here's my guess. The boy falls and the dog catches him. But where the heck is the dog anyway? Oh, there he is, sitting by a tree, sitting by a tree, sorry. Will their paths ever cross? Let's check back next week. It's week 8. What could have developed in the fork knife world? Well, let's start with Hut Watch. Nothing. No difference. Just the same. See you next week. Back to the family. Mama has spotted something. Holy shit! Balls, Kid Rock is trying to grab the flower from last week. Chill out, Mama, cause Kid Rock is made of strong stuff. You could say he's a rock in situations like this. He's bolder than most kids. So will the dog save Kid Rock? He's currently sniffing around this area by an outdoor toilet. More on the Rock family next week. And now for the big one, it's here. We look to be right about a huge mech coming to Fortnite. The first part has arrived at the power plant. 2 feet and half a leg. This may take longer than we thought, but slowly and surely over the coming days we will see this built upon, so keep an eye on this area. Prepare the island for annihilation. By the way, during the live event, I challenge you to land on top of the beasts while they are fighting. Can you do it? Send me a screenshot if you can, please. And finally, the next crossover event looks to have started over at the Mega Mall. If you didn't know, the ice cream parlour in Mega Mall, Scoops Ahoy, is in fact a place found in the series Stranger Things. Not only has the venue given us ice creams to munch on, it has also given us these hell doors. They act like portals, just like the ones in Wailing Woods a few seasons back. I found 6 so far, so have a look around and see if you can spot any more. Instantly transport from one side of the Mega Mall to the other. Looks like exciting times ahead and stranger things to come. Week 9 has landed and the story continues. Jumping back over to the volcano, and throughout the week, the robot continued to build. He now has a torso. Check out that rack. Whoa. Looking at the fort bites, we can expect a bear head to be added, like a mechanical cuddle team leader. So hang on, is this robot going to be pink? Come on, Epic, do this for me, please. Real men wear pink.
Nope.
There seems to be electronic advertisements at various places on the map. They first show a warning sign before they look like an old World War II motivational image and posters. For example, this image is taken from the We Can Do It poster designed to motivate female workers during the war. These will likely be used to show a countdown to the event. But they will also give us clues about the future. I'm going to keep my best theory to myself for the time being until I've made the Season 10 video, but look at what is being said. Duck and hover. Get to high ground. Could the entire island be at risk during the event? I hope so. What areas of the map are you happy to lose? Yeah, nothing changed again. Maybe next week. I did make Ballsack Manor to replace it, but that was pretty immature. Move on. Over to the Stone family. Rock, the Dwayne Johnson, Sharon Stone, and Kid Rock. Oh no! It's happened! Kid Rock is about to die. He's going to fall on top of the dog by the looks of it. And what are his parents doing? Simply stood there like statues. Got to admit, the characterization in that Mama Rock looks brilliant. I legit can tell her son's peril is hitting her hard. What will happen next? I think the dog will save him. What do you say? Finally this week, it has become possible to unlock different colour schemes for the unlockable character Singularity. What's really interesting though is the theme of each skin. The Cuddle Team leader, Rex, Durburger, Drift, Pizza Pit. Could Singularity be pulling all these characters together before taking control of that mech over there? Sounds good to me. It's finally finally here! The final week of Season 9, Week 10, our final meetup. And what a week it's been, so let's start with the biggest thing of all. The hut has a new layer. 4 blocks high now. The future really is here. Look at this marvel of engineering. All hail the hut! Okay, I get it, you don't really care about Hut Watch. So here's the next biggest thing of the week. The robot factory went into overdrive. Both arms have been built, and we're now simply waiting for the helmet. Holy balls, look at that, it's here overnight, the mech was finished. Take that, Power Rangers. Fortnite's Megazord is here, taking the head of the Cuddle Team leader, the arms of Rex and Drift, and the legs of Pizza Pit and the Durburger. Everything brought together by our fearless leader, Singularity, who will take control of the Megazord and fight the circling beast this Saturday. All it needs now is the Infinity Sword for this to be complete. How great does that look, by the way? GG, Fortnite design team, great work. And you know it's going to be in Toys R Us this Christmas. There's only one thing we can finish on for Season 10 story and map updates. It's back to the Stone family. Last week we saw Kid Rock in peril. He was moments away from dropping to his death. This week, the panic looks to be over. The dog has indeed come to his rescue and is pulling him to safety. You're my hero, Stone Dog. In fact, we need a name for the dog. Please help me out. What shall we call this mutt? Oh, and there's also another dog here, but I think this is just a glitch. I think this is the original dog. I don't think there's 2 of them now. But there could be. We'll find out next season. So there we have it. From the ice cap cracking to the final battle of Season 10 this weekend. This has been a great season for storytelling and map updates. Thank you so much for watching this series, and a special shout out to those who used code ADAMARU in the shop. I should be working on something completely different today, but that support helps me prioritise things like this, so thank you, it really means a lot to me. So if you want to win a Battle Pass for Season 10, have a guess what will happen. If you're funny or if you're upvoted a lot, I'll send you one for free. I'm Adam from PlayStation Grenade. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you after the battle.